Hello, and welcome to our lesson on understanding leadership. This segment will cover influence. At this point, we should distinguish between leadership style and how that lines up with why those who are leading choose to follow. This is called influence, and many types and combinations of influence will help you become a stronger leader. Note that each team member has some influence on their peers, either positive or negative. Social psychologists John French and Bertram Raven identified 5 main types of influence. Formal, legitimate. Formal influence is the classic supervised structure, though there may be more than one leader over each individual. Inside this multi-level hierarchical structure, power comes from individuals recognizing the authority of the leader's position. A well-known example is the CEO, who has a formal, legitimate influence over the employees, resources, and overall strategy the company must follow. Penalty, coercive. Penalty influence derives power from the fear of loss or punishment. Examples of how this may play out for a team member may include the loss of one's job, a demotion, a pay decrease, or the revocation of desirable circumstances such as preferred projects or the corner office. A classic example is a sales manager who tells underperforming team members that they will be replaced if goals aren't met. Reward influence often goes hand in hand with penalties, coercive, desirable actions, and rewards by those who hold this type of power. In addition to obvious incentives such as pay increase, those using reward type influence can offer things like public recognition or greater autonomy. An example could be a teacher who rewards class participation with a longer recess period. Expert. In some cases, individuals have influence because of their skill, experience, or knowledge, and they are labeled experts by those on whom they exert influence. Because there are so many areas in which someone can be an expert and many levels of expertise, most team members exert at least some influence on those around them. An example of expert influence might be a statistician who helps a team interpret data for a project. Referent, derived from trust and respect, referent influence often takes time to earn. When people are consistently happy with how someone handles the situation, their levels of trust and respect grow for that person, giving that individual influence. An example might be a coach known for preventing team members from bullying one another. Developing physical and mental resilience. Most projects are a marathon, not a sprint, so it takes tenacity, commitment, and persistence. Attend to your physical health as actively as you manage your stress levels. Model what you want to see in others. You should walk the talk and always do what you say you will do in the way you tell others they should act. If you need to go back to what you said, which will happen, be honest and open with people. Be someone worth following. Of everything mentioned until now, which type of influence do you respond well to? When you think of colleagues who have had the most positive influence on you, which types of influence did they have? Which could they have used but chose not to? Did they apply the same types of influence to everyone? Like leadership styles, the culture of teams and individuals' personalities, past experiences, mean that there are often styles of influence more appropriate to different situations and team members. In some cases, using the wrong type of influence can have a detrimental effect. An example would be threatening a highly qualified key team member who can easily gain employment elsewhere, penalty, coercive influence, where experts or referent may have been a better strategy in this situation. This is the end of this segment of our lesson. In the next segment, we shall discuss project leadership and the influence of the leader. This course is presented to you by South Europe College. Thank you for listening, and see you on our next segment.